Remember we met, I could tell by your smile, you hadn't been with a good girl like...
That is empirical proof that migration is still happening between this coast and Britain. We've watched these people, about 40 of them, carrying a very large inflatable boat, putting it in the water, crowding onto it. They're now trying to get the engine working. And they've done all that in full sight of the French police, a unit of whom have been stationed on the beach and have been watching. A police helicopter came overhead and was watching what happened. And they can't say they hadn't been warned, because about half an hour before this, another boat set off. Same thing, same sort of boat, also with about 40 people on it. And it left these shores heading over towards the British coast. And on that occasion too, the French police watched and did nothing. We asked them why that was the case. Now, nobody told us officially, but I spoke to one of the officers who said that there were only 8 of them confronted by what was about 40 people on the boat and another 40 people around them. The message being quite clearly that they thought they were outnumbered. The other thing I think to take from this is that sometimes you can get the impression that people smuggling between Europe and the British coast is all very, very subterfuge. It's done at night, it's done in the small hours, and very often it is. But look around us. This is broad daylight. These people carried their boat along a beach in full view, not just of the police, but of dog walkers, of passers-by, and of us. This is what people trafficking looks like sometimes. Not always that slick undercover operation, sometimes as brazen as that.
Well, those scenes in France will be interesting viewing, of course, for the Home Office. Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, says she is going to take a very firm line when it comes to this flow of migration across the Dover Strait. But as we've seen ourselves today, people are still coming. We've seen quite a few boats now being towed in by Border Force. Many of the people have been taken off the ribs that they tried to come across the channel on and put on board those vessels. And they're being processed at the moment at Tughaven. It's a short-term processing facility. Now, most of those people that are arriving that we saw are young men, but amongst them too, there are also women as well who are carrying children, babies in some cases. They appear to have come from places like Sudan and Eritrea, also Afghanistan as well. But certainly the pull factor to get to the United Kingdom still very much remains in place, despite the tough rhetoric from the government.
Jefferson is